Welcome, good people. Welcome back to One Crack News. If you're watching this video later, this is was a live stream. So a lot of the things you're seeing here are fresh. Now let's look at it. Celebrities and entertainers are always held to a different type of standard. A an athlete seems to be held under a microscope of performance. And as long as that athlete is performing, they pretty much bypass all of the things that were going a certain way. Where entertainers is different. It's not predominantly surrounded by the work. It's more predominantly surrounded by opinion. So even though you might have great, you might have great work you've done, public opinion can sway people's attention away from you. People love to link their chains to a conversation that they care little about, but they're going to link themselves to it anyway, just to have an opinion about it. So, because of that issue and because of that fact, you're faced with a dilemma of a lot of entertainers being pushed out of position, and nothing's more dangerous than an entertainer that is losing their position. Now, you see Brandy in the thumbnail. For some weird reason, they wouldn't let me put the thumbnail that I originally put in there, which had Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. Both of them had careers to go way beyond Brandy, way beyond Brandy. But their fall off and drop off rate has been monumentally staggering to a point where they really that popular to begin with. And how much was it the media, the engine behind it that was pushing them? Taylor Swift last album was so terrible that they put so much money in over promoting it and trying to falsify sales and everything to make that album look successful. People had moved on from her. Now Brandy fits this because she was everyone's apple in the eye in the early 90s from 94 on up. Tupac even mentioned him in the song. 17 like Brandy, you just want to be down. 17 like Brandy, you just want to be down. So now, exactly. She was on a television show, Thea, and went on to do great things, songs with Whitney Houston. But Brandy's erratic behavior, uh, the pressures of Hollywood, obviously the pressures of Hollywood came in. She had her own hit TV show, Moesha, which my sister watched faithfully. Uh, she's done so much and should have been put on a plateau that was actually greater than where a lot of these other girls were. They started trying to make her more provocative, which was really out of her comfort zone because you had other girls doing this. That they were coming through the door, the Christina Milians, Everybody was trying to be little Kims, and it's like, look, this is not what we do. They got Brandy basically butt naked in water for, for an entire video shoot. It was like, what in the world's going on? Now, her Full Moon album, that was probably her one of her best albums from an R&B perspective. Like from an R&B perspective, I think she done quite well for herself. So Brandy was really popular, extremely popular, but that was her one of her crowning achievements was that Full Moon album. It was showing a grown up adult theme for her, which basically pushed her away from the boy is mine conversation and all that. Yeah, but her songs that she done was way, but the boy is mine was more teen, still in the realm of Brandy, but it was more teenage than anything else. So it wasn't adult, really. So anyhow, yes, the camera can be very addictive to people, extremely addictive. Now, what's up? Oh yeah, the super chat works over here on One Crack News. So when we live, the super chat works. But you can still hit the Cash App up in case you watch this after the fact. Carcino on the Cash App. Love it. I love it. It's all just a part of growing up. It's gonna be hard, but don't give up. No, you're looking at a scenario in which narratives change with entertainers. Public interest starts swaying towards something new. And it happens all the time. We see the new rapper, we see the new hot thing. So the other guy who's there been making his music. Fans are the most disloyal people ever. They don't love you. They love the moment that you're in. So when that moment fades, they go off to somebody else. Oh, hey, this is the moment. Everyone's here now. Oh, they got the new shiny head. I gotta get that. I like the shiny hat thing. I got my shiny hat and it's cocked to the side. Got my shiny hat and it's cocked to the side. Do the shiny hat cocked to the side then. So next thing you know, everybody wants to do the dance and cock their head, got their shiny hats, and they running with it. You got your shiny hat, I got my shiny hat. So it becomes the new thing. Then that other artist is forgotten about. They could put out great content. They could do great, wonderful things. No one is paying attention to them. Just a few diehard fans. They're paying attention. Everybody else, their attention span is gone. They're focused on something else entirely. A casino convention. I don't even know what that means. Horrible with no bars, pretty much. But the problem is this: entertainers become so dangerous at this point. You look at someone like Ashante. Ashante came out, had a couple of hit albums. She was doing really well. Her career was up. And all of a sudden, it was like somebody hit a light switch. And all the power was sucked out of the room. And once all the power was sucked out of the room, it became a situation of, well, it is what it is. The power's out. Somebody said they want you to do a show. Yeah, y'all better really work that super chat and that cash app. Artists always phase out. Not necessarily true. Some of them have a lasting career. I mean, look at Drake. If you looked at everything, Drake has overstayed his run in hip hop. He's crossed over from a generation that was younger. He had the 16 to 17-year olds, the high school crowd when he came up, right? Now look at Drake. He's been in it 10 years. In his 10-year run, those people have become 27, 28, 29 because he got them at high school. And because he got them in high school, now that they grown and they're like in their 27s and 26, 25, they can still relate to Drake because they grew up with him. And their kids that's coming up, that the next wave of high school kids now, they all know Drake. Now, how was Drake able to do that? Is because he was able to attach himself to every other artist that was coming up. There isn't an artist out there that probably didn't have a feature with Drake. From Kendrick Lamar, I think J. Cole and him was on a song together. Even rappers that hated him did songs with him. He got two songs with Jay-Z. He got songs with Gucci. So the trap artist to the rap artist to the lyrical guy, they had a feature with Drake and the height of their buzz. Wrong. That's where you wrong, Mel Rock. He didn't ride the wave of Lil Wayne. A lot of people gonna say that. Lil Wayne was hot as a firecracker at that time. Drake was in the underground. But Drake's mixtape and the songs that he had is what made it work. He didn't come up off of that. Think the songs that he had, the song was the one he had with what's that? Who was on that song with him? The other guy with his shirt off, Trey Songs, Forever. Best I ever had, Forever, is what blew him up. Nobody remembers anybody on that song except for Drake. I mean, successful. Then the Forever song came out. His verse on Forever is what really got him cemented into the game. I just wanna be, I just wanna be successful. You see, y'all don't even know it was a big fight over that song. Over was not supposed to be the lead song of the album. They had a big debate on what was gonna be the lead song off of Drake's album. They were like, we should come with Find Your Love. Find Your Love is the song. Everybody was having a debate. They was like, nah, we can't come with that song Find Your Love right off the bat. That's gotta be the B record that we come out with. We gotta have that energy, the club record that they gonna play on the radio all the time. We need that. And they were going back and forth and they couldn't find it. They were like leaking songs off the album to see what people thought. And then they wanted Fancy to be the lead. Hey, you fancy girl. You fancy. So they were like, yeah, Fancy. That's gonna be it. With Juvenile, they was like, we can't do that. We can't. They're gonna look at Drake as a feature artist. If we like his first single out the gate, a feature. Can't do that. And then they thought about Over, and Over was it. They said, as soon as it played, they came out with Over. Over was put on there. Because Over probably wasn't going to make the list. Hmm. Yeah, the replacement girl with Trey Songz. Yeah, you went back in time, didn't you? But artists become very desperate when you and entertainers when you put them in situations such as that. Uh, I looked at it from another perspective. You look at living conditions. There are a lot of people depending on you that live and support that your survival is linked to so many other people lives that when you start to lose that appeal, you lose revenue, you lose all these things. It's hard to go back to those people who see you in such a light to be like, I'm back regular just like the rest of you. So they fight to stay in that light. So they'll do anything. They're like, look, you want me to dye my hair? I dye my hair. And they be like, you want me to sleep with that guy? And then they compromise themselves. I'll sleep with him. Give me some liquor first. Then they be all tore up. And next thing you know, they're done. They're out the game. They're destroyed. Like Ashanti, when her window closed, and people just like, man, look how fine Ashanti is. Ashanti right now still looks better than 90% of these chicks with all this fake stuff everywhere. And I watched her in Chicago with her butt cheeks out. Like, what are you doing? I mean, literally, her butt cheeks was just hanging out. Well, yeah, Ashanti's a natural beauty, but she came in the game, sleeping with her. Then Nelly took her. Then it just went from there. Then James Harden was beating it up. Everybody's having their turn. They having their fun. Now she basically works for Puff. Puff keeps a check coming in her pocket, and whoever wants that, Puff gets his piece. And it's Hollywood strange. Hollywood's a strange business now. But then you got to ask yourself, has it always been this way? Yeah. Yeah, there's some sheiks that pay woo amount of money for Ashanti. I mean, six figures. Oh, she ain't on Bad Boy. They ain't got her for the label. They don't got her to sing hooks. They got her for the looks. Yeah, the P is power, but who controlling it? Who the one setting it up? What's distributing it? I mean, Lloyd's chilling. But this is what happens. What's up, Mr. Hogan? I gave you a shout out yesterday. John Hogan's always come through. I see him come through on the Cash App all the time. He always hold down the page. Okay. Hold on one sec. There you go. There you go, Prague. That's the PayPal now. So the PayPal works universally. Now you have no more excuses. I did try to talk about power, and then me and the stars people kind of got into it a little bit. So I'll go back to it once it gets closer. Stars gets closer near July. Now you did all this harassing me, Prague. You better come with it. Yeah. I can't get on Streamlabs. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm like, all right, man. I'm finna get this thing set up for John Rod. Yeah, you got Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan finna come up. His Liverpool win today. I'll be in a donating mood. Yeah, you want me to root for Liverpool, huh? Taking forever. It's April the 20th. Situations are always best when they're dealt with appropriately in its proper setting. So they were saying there's somebody called Little Nas, and I'm like, I'd had never heard of him, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a guy out there called Little Nas. And I believe I said that before, and some people thought I was like crazy. It was like, you don't know Lil Nas? I'm like, nah, I don't know. Well, when people figure out what it is that they really want, then they can move on from there. See, and that's the thing. Somebody like Maya, they ruined her career, said nasty attitude, foul. The worst thing she ever did was date an artist. That's about it. Dating the wrong artist. Another entertainer who loses their position and normally do things risky. She put out a great album. Her last album was great, and it did not get the proper respect it deserved. Even though I felt that the engineering was a little off, but she's always been hands on and always has worked her butt off. And it's a shame that she don't get the proper respect that she deserves. But let me get to work. We got a lot to talk about. How many of y'all made the movie trivia yesterday? Don't worry, we'll do one probably. I don't know, tomorrow we might not do it. We'll do another one from the house. That way the buffering and all that stuff won't be happening as much. It'll be a little bit more organized. We might do a hip hop one too on the main site. We'll do that one probably tomorrow. I don't know. And I'm saying tomorrow. It is tomorrow already. So let me just get situated with my brain. I'll be back.